Alright guys, this video is sponsored by CALLRAIL. Now CALLRAIL is a super resource to have in your real estate investing company, your wholesaling business, and other businesses as well. CALLRAIL is a company that I have been using from the very beginning of my wholesaling career. I got my wholesale, my first phone number was a CALLRAIL number. I want to say I got CALLRAIL probably about a couple of months into my business. Now, this is a really great resource. They give you you can have up to 10 phone numbers. Now, that is 10 local numbers, but you also can have toll-free numbers as well. So don't get it twisted. You can have toll-free numbers as well. With CALLRAIL, I have one myself. I think it's just maybe $1 extra. You get 100 text messages, 500 local and soft phone minutes. So with CALLRAIL, you can download the application. So when leads call your number, you can have them ring right to your phone. You can have them ring to your assistant's phone. You can have them ring to any phone. But they also have something called a soft phone, guys. And that means you can actually call right out of your computer. And I do this all the time. You can log right in at callrail.com, sign on in, and go to your lead center. And you can call right on your computer. It can ring. You can set up a microphone, or you can just talk through your speakers. It works really well. Like I say, I use it all of the time. You get 1,000 form submissions. You get 10,000 transcription minutes. Now, this platform is integratable with a lot of other companies and softwares like that, like CRMs and things of that nature. Is really important for you to have a good phone system, and this is at the top. It's honestly one of the best in the building. They have the best in the business. They have 4 different plans, starting at $30. This is the one I have. I've had it since the beginning. They haven't changed the price on me at all, even with all the new upgrades and things like that. It's called the Lead Center. Then you can do the $45 plan, and you can just kind of see what they offer. And if you go up to some of the higher plans that you can see, you get unlimited messages, unlimited minutes, and things like that. If you download the app, you can do the text messages right through your phone. Guys, it's super easy. You definitely want to check it out. And if you click on the link that I have in the description box, guys, you will get 14 days free to go ahead and try this platform out. You know, you can start a free trial, and the great thing about it is no credit card is required. You know, sometimes when you are doing subscriptions and trials and things like that, they want you to put in your card number, and sometimes you might forget and you end up getting charged and you don't want the service. That's how great they are, guys. That's how they know how good their service is. They don't even care if you put a credit card in or not, because they know you'll be back once you test this system out. And I'm telling you guys, I've had CALLRAIL for like 5 years now. It's been a long time. So it's been a long time coming. I have them. I would not ever let them go. I tried other phone systems in the past. Nobody stands near CALLRAIL. So, you know, you go ahead and click the link and just, you know, take a look, play around with the system, play around with the software, set it up. It's really great. I'll be doing another video going into detail about some of these features and things like that, and some of the pricing. But I just wanted to go ahead and show you guys this here today. So go ahead and check out CALLRAIL, guys. It is a great feature to have. Super affordable, super simple for the price and the value and the features that you get. I mean, it's nothing out there better, guys. So check out CALLRAIL. Now let's get back to the video. What's up with you guys? It's the Master Key with electricdollarbills.com, and I'm here with another video for you guys. Just let you know right off the rip, if you hear some noise around, I apologize in advance. It is getting a little late in the evening, so it's getting a little loud out here, and that's just what it is. Nothing I can do about it, but I want to get this video out to you guys, so we all just gotta bear with it. So please bear with me. If this is your first time to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. Tell you guys a little bit about who I am. My name is the Master Keys. That's what I go by. I am a real estate entrepreneur. I'm also a content creator, and I'm also a landlord, a property owner, investor, or whatever you want to call it. So just let you guys know a little bit about my story. I've been investing in real estate for about 5-6 years now, give or take. I started out, working a sales job, and I hated my job. I mean, it was decent money. It was the most money that I ever made, but I hated my job. I just did it because, obviously I was chasing that bag, but in order for me to get money in that space, I had to work long, long hours. I had to do things that I just didn't enjoy doing, but I was able to build up my sales skills. And I had a little bit of money saved up at the time, maybe like a couple $1,000s, probably the most money that I had at one point in time up until that point. And I wanted to make a transaction to another state, which is Georgia. Unfortunately, I had terrible credit at the time, so I ended up moving in with my mom. And when I moved in with her, it was only supposed to be for a couple of weeks until I found a place in Georgia. But unfortunately, I ended up being on my mom's couch slash floor slash twin kids bed for about a year. So I wasn't able to make that move because my credit was really, really shot. I couldn't get approved for an apartment. I was buying rental cars. Like, I was renting cars for a good 5 or 6 months, paying like $800 a month, which was really stupid, but it was all that I could do at the time. And I finally went to the car dealership to get a loan for a car, and it was crazy because my income was self-employed type of situation. So the car dealership, they didn't even let me pick a car. The guy who I was working with, luckily he felt for me. He seen that I was a young entrepreneur on a come up, but he took me in the back of the car dealership, and he pointed me to this little red Yaris. If I have a picture, I'll snip the picture in here. So he pointed me to this red Yaris, and he said, "This is the car that we can give you." He didn't give me 2 choices, 3 choices. He didn't let me go pick a car off. He said, "This is what you're approved for. This is the only thing that I can get you. Take it or leave it." So I ended up getting that little red car, and I purchased it to build my credit up. So after a year of building my credit up, in that time frame is when I did my first wholesale deal. I was able to take that money, and I said, okay, I'm not going to Georgia right now. So I took the money, got an apartment, and started hustling. And I did my first 5-figure month. I did my first 5-figure month. I had maybe 3 deals closed all at one time, and my bank account said somewhere around $16,000-$17,000. That was the most money I had ever made at the time, and from there it had just been up for me since then. So here I am making this video for you guys, showing you guys all my trials and tribulations and all the things that I've done right, and all the things that I didn't do right, and how I was able to learn and grow and all of these type of things. So I just want to make a long story short. That's my story. That's where I come from. Here we are. Today I want to talk to you guys about how to get paid in with real estate wholesale deals. So I made a video last week about purchase agreements and assignment agreements, and it's going to be linked somewhere around here, so you can go ahead and check that video out if you would like to go the assignment way. But there's also a few other ways that you can go. There's actually 3 ways that you can get paid, and I'm going to break them down here for you guys today. So the first way that you can get paid is obviously by assigning the property. So you want to get a wholesale wholesale deal going, you want to wholesale a property. So you find a property, the AB agreement, the BC agreement, and then you make your check in the middle, you make your margin. If you don't know how to do that, go watch my video. I break down how to assign a property. I didn't know this information when I first started. Hit my head a lot to figure out the information, but I finally figured it out, and now I can assign agreements, and so can you if you watch my video. The second way that you can get paid on a real estate transaction is double close. Now, depending on your state, and I'm gonna just go ahead and throw this disclaimer out here right now. I'm not an attorney. I don't work for attorneys. Never been an attorney. Didn't go to attorney school or none of that stuff. So all of this stuff is just my experience. This is what I went through, and yeah. So don't just. This is what I had success with. This is what other people that I know has had success with, and you can have success with too if you go talk to an attorney first and make sure whatever you decide to do, make sure it's all good and it's okay in your state, in your city, in your county, with your government, and all that type of stuff. So with that being said, the second type of way again is double closing. Now, depending on your state that you're in is different, because I know when I was in Ohio, double closing was a little bit trickier. When I got to Alabama, double closing was very, very simple. I mean, it was just crazy. It was so simple, and I can't even tell you guys in this video how simple it is. You're going to have to go talk to an attorney, because I have my attorneys, and my attorneys work for me, and they did with what I need them to do based off what they know. But I can't tell you to go do something with a different attorney, because a different attorney may have different thought processes, or may know different things, or who knows. So I don't want to just tell you guys all this stuff and then you be like, oh, you said this. Well, my attorney is knowledgeable in certain areas. The attorney that you work with may or may not. I don't know. They may know something that my attorney didn't know. I don't know. So with that being said, I'm not going to break down how simple and easy and the things that was able to be done for me in that state when it comes to double closing. But it was, and in Ohio, it wasn't that simple, but you can double close. What double close means is if you pretty much, so how an assignment will work is you use the buyer's funds to close the entire transaction. Well, when you double close that AB agreement that you have with the seller, y'all close that. You close that with them, they get their check, they move on, and then you close with the buyer, the end buyer later. It could be that, usually it's that same day. You can use like transactional funding to do this. You can get private money to do this, because pretty much you have to use your own money to close that first transaction, or somebody else's money, your partner's money, or transactional money. Just pretty much you have to close that transaction first before you can close that second transaction. And people do this. So you might ask, well, why would I assign it over double close, and why would I double close over signing? Well, there's a couple of different reasons why. So one is your area. Let's say your state doesn't do assignments, okay? Your state doesn't do assignments. Well, that's the reason you might have to double close. Let's say you're making a large fee. So if you do an assignment, your buyer is going to know exactly how much you're getting paid. Now, your seller isn't going to know, but your buyer will always know, because they have to sign off on the assignment because you assigning it to them. So they're going to know what you get paid. So if you're making like 5, 10, 15, 20 grand, depending on who your buyer is, usually the buyer shouldn't care. They shouldn't care. You know, long as the house is a good deal for them, they shouldn't care what you're making. But unfortunately, we live in a world where people have emotions, and they have thoughts, and they have feelings, and they have all these things, and people hate, and people's jealous, and people are insecure, and all of these type of things. And because of this, sometimes you got buyers out here that want to hate on you. So if that's the case, if you put together a fantastic deal, you're about to make 25, 50, 30, 100 grand on a wholesale deal, which is crazy, but you was able to finesse that. You want to make sure that this deal doesn't blow up in your face. Well, that would be a reason why you would want to double close. And then you can find transactional funding, or a private partner who will bring the money up, and then what's in it for them? Well, you can give them a percentage of how much ever you out of your check, pretty much, to do that for you. So they can just bring the money in for like 24 hours, 48 hours. You can go ahead and give them 1%. Usually with transactional funding, it's about 1.5 to 2%. So 1.5 is standard. You can get your private partner 1%, 2%, whatever that you guys agree with, and negotiate, and boom, there you go. You got your money, they got their money, the seller got their money, the buyer has their house. Everybody's happy. So the third way you get paid in a wholesale transaction. Now, this way I have never personally done. I use assignments the most. I've assigned a ton of properties, like a lot. I've also double closed on a nice handful of transactions as well. Fortunately, I don't have to double close so much, but I have done it. And in certain markets, like I said, and Alabama is one of them, because Alabama is just one of those states where, I'm not going to say a full disclosure state, because that's not 100% true. But I don't know, just certain properties, just is better to double close. That's just what I'm saying. But up until this point, I have not ever had to use this third way. Who knows if I might have to use it in the future, but I have JV with people who used it when we JV, and I do have friends who do it all the time. So I have to let you guys know about it, and this is a way that you can get paid. Now again, please talk to your attorneys in your state to make sure that everything is good. Get an agreement, and have them look it over, and if they give you the thumbs up, or the title company that you use give you the thumbs up, or the attorney that you use gives you the closing attorney that you use gives you a thumbs up, then you're good to go, and you're gonna get your money, you can get your check, and it's gonna have your name on it, and it's gonna be all good. So the third way is going to be getting a consulting fee. So I think consulting fees is best is if it's a bunch of people involved in the deal. So let's say you got a realtor let's just leave realtors out of it, because these people, when they did this, it wasn't a realtor involved. So I don't even know if it's possible. I'm sure it is, but I don't know. So I'm just leave realtor out. But let's just say you're JVing with somebody, right? So let's say it's not a daisy chain, but it's a few people involved. So let's say you got a buddy, and he has a property that he wants to find a buyer for. And you say, oh, I know a guy, Fernandez, and he got a buyer. And then Fernandez go find his buddy that's the buyer. So you got the seller, you got your buddy, you got your other buddy, you got your buddy's buddy, and then you got the buyer. Well, I think the buddy's buddy is the buyer. So you got 5 different people involved. Now, assigning that is going to be very tricky. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible to do, because it's not. You guys can definitely work it out, but it's just going to be confusing. It's like, who assigning to who? It's like a bunch of different contracts. Who's really the buyer? Who's really the assignment? Who doing what, when, what, and where? I don't know. It gets complicated. It can be confusing. So this is a situation where it would be great to just put in a consultant agreement, and you have the buyer and seller, maybe, or one or the other, or maybe nobody. I don't know. Like I said, I've never done this before, but I know it's possible to do. You have so depending on what consulting fee you use, I know it's usually maybe nobody signs off on it, I don't think, honestly, but I think more so than none is going to be the buyer that signs off on it, because you're going to probably be getting paid out of the buyer's money. So you have the buyer sign off on it, which is your buddy's buddy. So you give it to your buddy, he gives his buddy, blah, blah, blah. And you just pretty much getting a fee for consulting. You're helping put the whole thing together. So you're like an orchestrator. You're working with the seller. You're helping deal with stuff with the buyer. And you're just in here, you sticking and moving, and you're doing all this type of stuff. And you getting the deal done. And you definitely should get paid for the the work that you put in. So that is when a consultant agreement works well. So you can get one, fill it out, submit it to the title company or the closing attorney, have the right people sign off on it, and then at the end of the closing, when all the funds is divvied up and dispersed, you'll have a check with your name on it because you helped get the deal done. So those are the 3 different ways that you can get paid in a wholesale agreement. Obviously, a bonus way is, I don't think I should say it, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I know people are gonna be trolling, talking about, oh, you should. But obviously, the bonus way is to just really close on the property, like really close on it, and then you can like hotel it. What is it called? Oh yeah, hotel it. Yeah, you can do stuff like that, and you can do some other stuff too. So that's also a bonus way for you guys. So I hope you guys got some. Value out of this video. If you did, go ahead and like it. If you have not already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on your notification bell because I'll be dropping gems all the time and you do not want to miss it. And also make sure if you have any questions or if you have anything to say about this video, go ahead down in the comments and let me know what's up, because I read the comments and I will reply to you if you need some help, or if you want me to make another video talking about something else that I have not yet. That is what I want to do. And if you guys want to learn more about wholesaling and you feel like you need more of a blueprint and you need somebody to give you steps, like actionable steps to help you go ahead and check the boxes, and if you just feel a lot easier, a little bit more at ease if you had all of those action steps. You had somebody there to support you and help you get your first deal done or take your business to the next level. I'm going to be doing a free training really soon, and you can sign up for it to get on the list. That link is going to be in the description box below. So make sure you don't miss out on that. It's going to be super fire. I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to spare any information. I'm going to give you guys all the game. I'm going to give you all my secrets, all my tips, all my tricks, all my softwares, which there's not a lot that I use because I like to keep stuff simple and I don't like to make it complicated. So we're going to go ahead and level you all the way up, and then you're not going to have to worry about a big team and stuff complicated and all that type of stuff. If you're like me, you're like really low key, you're chill and all that type of stuff, you don't really like all the complication. I'm going to show you how to make a 6-figure plus business doing real estate wholesaling, and we're just going to do it like that. That's just how we're going to do it. So if you want to be in on that and you want to learn how to make money, honestly, from your cell phone, all you need is one device, a cell phone or a computer. I suggest a cell phone because nowadays you got like apps and stuff you can download and make it much simpler. But yeah, a cell phone or computer, you could do this business anywhere in the world. It's super simple. It changed my life and it got me out that rat race with that job that I hate. I hated it, man. I hated it. Got me up out that job. I no longer live paycheck to paycheck, or I don't have to worry about money. I don't have to worry about any of that type of stuff. So if you're looking for something like that, this is a training that you're going to want to be on. So go ahead and sign up for that. Well, that's all I got for you guys. So until next time, peace.